This airline has the potential to be one of the best in the world, Philippine Airlines. One of the friendliest cultures in the world leads to cabin crew that are, well, you'll see. Today, we'll experience highs with insane drinks like this and lows with equipment swaps to probably the strangest business class seat in the world that is bound to be the most unique seat you've ever seen. Come with me, Dan, a decade-long flight reviewer, self-funding all my reviews on over 160 airlines as we experience the best and the worst that this elusive airline has to offer. Let's go. Hello from beautiful Hong Kong airport. Today, I'm trying a new airline from a country I love, the Philippines. Is this less discussed airline a hidden gem or best avoided? This is an airline I've been dying to try for so long, and today, after many canceled attempts, I finally get the chance. Join me as I take 2 flights spanning over 11 hours on Philippine Airlines. What's so interesting about flying Philippine Airlines today is that I really don't know what to expect. Some people love them and have great experiences. Some people don't love them and have not had great experiences. I think it comes down to personal preference. For me, service is a huge part. Some people don't care at all. They want to be left alone. They don't care if the staff is angry or whatever. But given that this is a Filipino airline and Filipinos are some of the nicest people in the world without a doubt, I'm so excited to see just how good the service could potentially be, because that can really be a differentiator. There have already been quite a few issues this time and previous times I've been meaning to fly Philippine Airlines. So let's hope today that everything goes smoothly and I'll share all the little hiccups I've previously had along the way. Let's hope for the best, yeah? Philippine Airlines always starts boarding incredibly early for some reason, so let's head to the gate. This first flight today is taking me from Hong Kong to Manila, where I'm staying overnight and then continuing tomorrow on a 9-hour plus flight from Manila to Dubai on Philippine Airlines A330. The reason I'm flying this route is that Philippine Airlines has an amazing fare on this route. They've had it for several months. Not sure if it will be around when this video comes out, but if it is, you know, I'll put a little note here. On that note, if you want to see what I've done today in Hong Kong, I've spent the whole day here. Basically, it was a pretty standard day for me as a full-time flight reviewer. Between reviewing flights, I had a nice long 7-hour day in Hong Kong. If you want to check that out, you can check out my vlog channel, Nonstop Dan Vlogs, or the video in a card right here. How much did I pay? Just over $800 in cash one way from Hong Kong to Dubai. That's a remarkably good fare. I guess the question is, does the price reflect the quality of the experience? Look at these. There's so much charging everywhere. You have these little work cubicles out in the terminal. I feel like Hong Kong Airport is very underrated in all those airport rankings. And yeah, I'm just so happy it's so open and it's so easy to travel through here again. On that note, let's hop on board. Philippine Airlines A321 comes in a few different configurations, but they mostly look the same inside. This one has 3 rows of business class and I'm seated in seat 3 Alpha in the last row, my usual preferred seat for the added privacy of not having everyone staring at me every time I stand up. This seat looks extremely well padded, right? And guess what? That's because it is. I sit down and go, ooh, this flight is about to be nice. We even have a pillow and blanket waiting at the seat on a flight under 2 hours. Wow, so earlier today I flew Vietnam Airlines and I can't not tell you how different the experience has been so far. We have menus, we have plated hotels. What else do we have? Charging. We have a lot. We have pillows, blankets, so much. Apparently, Philippine Airlines goes all in on having interesting pre-departure drinks. On this flight, they offer 2 different exotic fruit juices that taste great. As I mentioned, we also get hot towels before departure. Okay, look at this. Now I'm impressed. A hot towel holder, and it smells good. The guy in front of me watching TikTok without headphones decides to recline, so I figure I'll do the same to try it out. Okay, we got the adjustable headrests. Not very supportive though. Oof. Very comfy. This is good. There's a risk I'll fall asleep because It's almost 11 p.m. now. We land at 1 a.m. but it will be a bit weird if I sleep on such a short flight when we're getting a meal, and yeah, let's hope not. Before takeoff, the crew even hands out water bottles. Now come on, this is impressive so far. With that, we push back and depart from cloudy Hong Kong. I can't wait to hopefully come back soon. After takeoff, I check out the lavatory, which is quite standard, and when I return to my seat, I peruse the offering of streaming entertainment. Moral of this, bring your own shows. We get menus today, and they look pretty good for such a short flight. A full hour after takeoff, my meal is served, and hey, this is a pretty perfect midnight snack. It tastes so good. It's well balanced. I get some nice mango juice on the side. So far, I'm a happy Dan. There's not much more to see until we touch down in Manila, arriving at our gate 15 minutes ahead of schedule. Okay, made it to Manila. This is Terminal 1, I think. So regardless, I need to go to a hotel in a different terminal, which I think will be quite a lengthy process here because it's not known to be the most efficient airport. So that's the one thing. For transit, a lot of people warn you. Whoa, you guys, it's a Philippines miracle. I got through in literally 1 minute. There was no line. You have to fill in like an online declaration, which I did super quickly. I mean, at this point, filling out online declarations is just like second nature. Sped through. I think I've got so lucky because last time I was here, there was a very long wait. Oh my God. I also just matched with a Grab that's here already. This could be the most smooth arrival experience into the Philippines in human history. A 15-minute Grab ride later, I'm at my hotel by Terminal 3 where all the hotels are located for some reason. Okay, wow. All right, that feels a bit weird, but making it from the plane to the Grab in 15 minutes, what a miracle. The drive was about 15 minutes from Terminal 1 to here. He warned me that tomorrow, though, it might take an hour to get back. So many potential trials and tribulations lay ahead tomorrow. I will see you then. I'm so excited to get a good night's sleep in my $60 Belmont hotel here at Manila Airport Terminal 3. And I'm so excited for a long-haul Philippine Airlines flight tomorrow because, hello, this flight today was pretty impressive. Much better. Well, not much, but quite a bit better than I was expecting. So I'll see you all in about 7 hours. Good morning. It is time to head to the airport. The drive to Terminal 3 this morning takes just 15 minutes again, but apparently it's a national holiday, which is why there's so little traffic. I make it back to Terminal 1, beautiful view out here by the way, and then walk straight past check-in since I've already got my onward boarding pass. People say so many bad things about this airport, but so far last night and today, everything has been smooth, easy, yeah, just really so good. I made it to the lounge. I think literally in like 20 minutes from entering the terminal to getting to the lounge. I kind of feel like I'm gaslighting everyone who has ever been to Manila Airport because both times I've been, I've had like a very smooth experience. So again, now I'm like, everything is fine. It was so quick, so easy. Well, so many people say it's like one of the worst airports in the world, but now I'm so excited to check out this lounge. It already looks amazing. I just entered. It's way more like modern and luxurious than I was expecting given the state of the rest of the terminal. These views, wow, a little dangerously distracting for an app geek that has a lot of work to get done before this flight. So feelings about the lounge, they're playing music in the background, which I think is awesome because often lounges can be like awkwardly quiet. This solves that problem. The layout is great. There's so many charging ports everywhere. Great views out the windows. Yeah, they had a nursing room, they have a workspace. The food looks okay. You let me know what you think about that. Some not so efficient work later, it's time to head to the gate since boarding is scheduled to start very early again. So just small update, the lounge had showers and very fast Wi-Fi, probably the fastest Wi-Fi I've had in any lounge in the past like 2 days, because I've been trying to download stuff, I can never do it, not even at my hotel, but it worked in the lounge finally. So now it's time to head to the gate and board the 9-hour flight over to the Middle East. The gate area looks slightly chaotic, but I don't quite see what's supposed to be so bad about this airport. I guess I've been really lucky this trip. Is this my sign I should buy a lottery ticket? Or wait, maybe not that lucky. I don't know if it's opening soon or if it just closed, but I just missed out on bubble tea before the flight. What a tragedy. Well, with that, let's check out this beauty on the inside. Well, we're boarding an hour before schedule, but I don't mind. I'm excited to hop on board and experience the Philippine hospitality. So as I often say, or always say when I'm flying to the Middle East, there is one tool you need installed on your phone, whether you're just transiting or you have many parts of the Middle East as your destination. This tool is also a must if you're going to China or really anywhere, and let me tell you why. There are things we use every day that we just take for granted, like you being able to be on YouTube right now, Gmail, YouTube, Google, FaceTime, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp audio. Some of these services are blocked either in China or many parts of the Middle East. There is a way around it and a way to access all these services, but you need to download it before you go on the trip, and that is using today's video sponsor, NordVPN. Why do I recommend NordVPN? Among many other things, they have the fastest VPN in the world, meaning your connection speed won't suffer. They also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. And why is NordVPN awesome besides unlocking all these services? Well, first of all, they also keep you safe by protecting your browsing, so no one on your network or the network provider can see what you're up to. Basically, if you're traveling without a VPN in 2024, you are leaving yourself exposed and taking a lot of risk. So go to nordvpn.com/nonstopdan or scan the QR code right here, right now to check out NordVPN at a huge discount and get 4 months free if you join today. So, this is where things get a little annoying. Philippine Airlines has two configurations on their A330s, one that's used for long haul and looks like this, and one that's used for domestic and short haul flights that looks like this. When I booked, I was supposed to have the long haul configuration since, you know, this is a 10-hour flight. Well, that's not what ends up happening because I get this instead. The bright side of this is that I get to experience a very unique seat that comes in a 222 layout. There are 18 seats, which crazily is the exact same amount they squeeze in with their better long haul configuration, yet this seat is dense because this configuration also manages to fit 33 fake premium economy seats and 312 economy seats. Compare that to the normal long haul configuration, which fits 24 real premium economy seats and just 267 economy seats. The added horror for economy class passengers with this equipment swap is that the layout back in economy now is 333 instead of the regular 242 like on most A330s, including their long haul config. I'm in seat 3 Alpha today, and thank goodness I don't have anyone next to me. If you don't feel like you must sit in a window seat, you might want to snag a seat in the middle here instead, because getting in and out of this seat with a passenger besides you will be horrible. Oh, and hopefully you don't even get an equipment swap to this seat. Even worse, there's only one lavatory, which in theory is shared by 18 passengers, but when you add the crew, the 3 pilots, there are about 25 people trying to share one lavatory, which means there's almost always a wait. With that, let's hop on board. I board through economy class, which frankly looks horrific for a long haul product, and then make it to business class, which also looks unlike anything else out there. These seats are used by a few other airlines and offer an incredibly dense configuration, which is largely enabled by the lack of entertainment screens. That's right, no entertainment screens in business class on a 10-hour flight in 2024. I don't get bored easily, but even I wonder how this is gonna go. Wow, this, I mean, I've seen this seat in photos. I know it's not only on Philippine Airlines, I think Royal Air Maroc has this on a few of their Dreamliners, but seeing it in real life is quite an experience because it's really unlike any other seat out there. There's no TVs anywhere, not in economy, not even in business. What makes this seat so funny is that when it reclines, the seats are on different levels, as you can see by the height of their respective footrests. I'll show you just how high my bed goes a little later. So this is one of the many problems I ran into with Philippine Airlines. When I booked this flight, it was scheduled to be on their real long-haul business class, but a week ago they changed to this. At least they emailed me and announced a seat change. So I went to check the seat map, and then I saw it was 222 instead of 121, and I was like, okay, this is not good. But anyway, I think this is a much more interesting experience, and it shows that you never really know what you're gonna get with Philippine Airlines until you're on board. Quick comment that's not relevant to anything, but why do Philippine Airlines pursers dress like uncles on vacation in Hawaii? It's really strangely informal to me. So going back to the seat, it has an okay amount of storage with the surface in front of us. At least we have charging to our side. We have seat controls. Our tray table comes out from the middle like this, and you cannot leave while this is in use. Almost everything we need is waiting at the seat, like a plush pillow and blanket, menus, the amenity kit, and slippers. I'm also almost immediately served a choice of two new fascinating welcome drinks. Okay, got some sugar cane. I don't know, a very interesting drink. All the pre-departure drinks are very, very intricate and cool on Philippine Airlines. Oh my god. Okay, this. I need to ask what this is more specifically because... apparently this is calamansi juice. I mean, it's very sweetened, but I need to get me some more calamansi juice. So in summary, it's sugar cane and calamansi juice. We're also given hot towels that smell great and are presented on trays this time too. Okay, one more thing. I genuinely love the boarding music on this flight. Last flight it was good, but like it was intermingled with Christmas music, so they were playing like Silent Night. But this, now it's setting a great vibe. On that note, let's push back and start this long trip across Asia. If you haven't been to Manila Airport, it's incredibly cramped, which makes for some really cool close-up encounters with other aircraft, and naturally, really long waits for takeoff. Finally, after 30 minutes, we blast off and climb out surprisingly slow through the hot, humid Manila air. I have quite a lot to say about the service, so let's get a few things out of the way first. I'm pretty surprised to see that Philippine Airlines has amenity kits from Bricks, given that the rest of the experience feels distinctly unbranded, so this is a nice surprise. The contents are really on the basic side though, it doesn't even contain earplugs. Now when it comes to the menu, we have an interesting mix of Middle Eastern appetizers, various mains, it's all kind of all over the place. I love hummus and I love edamame, so I guess that's an interesting combo. The drink menu is where things get really interesting. Look at these cocktails, whoa. I also don't think I've ever seen an airline with both Coke and Pepsi before. What I didn't tell you guys is that literally immediately after takeoff, the purser came by closing everyone's window shades. He even announced that everyone must do it. I tell him, are you sure everyone wants to sleep on a 10-hour flight departing at 1 p.m. and landing at bedtime? That does the trick, and I get to keep mine open while I'm eating. To no one's surprise, the majority of passengers end up being awake for most of the flight, just as I expected. And no, not because my window shades are open, but because they're doing other things. I'm starving at this point since I didn't eat anything at the lounge, so I'm thrilled the starter is served just 35 minutes after takeoff. Yeah, this vegetarian oriental meal dish doesn't look so good, does it? Plot twist, it is absolutely delicious. The drink? More calamansi sugarcane juice, of course. The main is served shortly after, and it's the exact same meal I got on my flight from Hong Kong, but with different presentation. Yay! But hey, at least it's a winning recipe and also tastes delicious. I sneak a shot of my neighbor's tray with her dessert and appetizer. One thing that really surprises me is that Filipinos, as I mentioned in the intro, are some of the friendliest people in the world. But the thing is, today, the crew just feels off. I think Hawaiian vacation Uncle Purser seems to be setting a really bad vibe for everyone, and the result is noticeable. It feels like no one wants to be here. On that note, I'm starting to think I don't want to sit here conscious for 10 hours, so are you ready to see this incredibly unique bed? I expect it to feel weird sleeping almost halfway to the cabin ceiling, but I actually quite like this bed. The bedding is also great, so the only drawback is that there are no individual air vents, but to be honest, the cabin on this flight is too cold, which is a stark contrast to anything you'll usually find on a Southeast Asian airline. I end up passing out here for 3 hours and have all types of bizarre semi-conscious dreams, one of which involves me being on this exact flight, but I can't communicate with anyone, almost like I'm invisible. Guess my subconscious is telling me I want more privacy, or I don't know. I wake up from an alarm I'd set to make sure I have time to finish my work, and the cabin is pitch dark, but almost everyone is still awake. The crew is nowhere to be seen, so I figure, okay, let's head to the galley and check out the lavatory, which is basic but nice. I ask if the crew have water bottles while in the galley. Apparently they don't. I also ask about entertainment. The purser goes, "You didn't download the My Pal app?" I say, no one told me I needed it. He goes, okay, next time just download it. So apparently there is no entertainment without the app. There also is no Wi-Fi on board. The crew doesn't appear a single time during the flight, so I eventually press the crew call bell and ask if they have any snacks. They offer up a Coke and some chips. I'm in my healthy era right now, guys. The chips don't really do the trick, so I'm starving when the pre-landing meal is finally served. Guess how I feel when this tray is plopped down in front of me. The bar is raised significantly with this scrumptious and spicy main course. Turns out Philippine Airlines makes some amazing food. You know what else I like? This drink. This must be the most elaborate airplane drink I have ever seen in 10 years of reviewing airlines. I have no idea when I last had cotton candy, so this is a nice and unexpected in-flight treat. After that, it's time to start our descent into Dubai over Oman. Let me emphasize here, I know I just paid $800 for this flight, which is an incredible deal. This is the thing about reviewing business class. Their flights are not always $800. They can be thousands of dollars, and we're looking at the fine details here. If I were to just say everything was perfect, not only would that be dishonest, but it also would be of no help to you. On that note, I am excited to reconnect with the outside world as we touch down in Dubai. All right, that is it for this Philippine Airlines adventure, guys. Thank you for joining me today. I'm quite relieved that flight is over, to be honest. It was fine, not great. Would I fly Philippine Airlines again? Maybe if the price was right, but if I got this seat on another 10-hour flight, I wouldn't be so thrilled, especially when there are so many other amazing options to fly between the UAE or the Middle East in general and the Philippines, or really, let's say you're flying them to Australia. There are so many good options to fly between Australia and Asia as well. You don't really need them. That's the problem. They're not really competing effectively enough for traffic that isn't going to or from the Philippines. Or I guess they are kind of competing well because the prices are crazy good. So it's great to see you all in this video today, and until I see you in the next one, fly safe.